So I'm John Pelfrey with the Topeka Fire Department in Topeka, Kansas, and today we're going to showcase our two brand new Pierce Enforcer engines that we are taking delivery of today. We chose to go with Pierce Fire Apparatus after a long stint with another manufacturer. We've been very pleased with the whole process and the fit and finish of the trucks as we are seeing them today. So we went with the Topeka Fire Department has an issue. We have a couple old stations built in the 1930s. So we have a length requirement and a height requirement as well as a width requirement as well. So that's why we went with the Enforcer chassis. We have a length restriction of 32 feet overall with only a 9-foot 1 inch or 9-foot 2 inch overall height limit as well. So that's why we went with the Enforcer. We currently went up to the 450 horse Cummins engine, get a little bit more power, and I'll go ahead and show it to you. We went with all Wayland lighting versus what we've currently had, all LED. Went with LED headlights, LED turn signals, flat roof. We went with the side mount mirrors up front just for the width to get into some of the older stations as well. They'll actually get turned in a little bit more once we get them fitted to the station. Moving forward, we went with the TAC 4 independent front suspension. We have a lot of pretty bumpy roads throughout the city, and their old trucks are getting a beating, so we're going to try the TAC 4 independent front suspension. Inside, pretty much the same as many Enforcer chassis. We went with the dual screens for the officer and the driver and the HVAC controls. Up top in the front, we put the siren and the radio control head on a swivel, so either the driver or the officer can operate either or. And then we will have a map box and the computer get mounted once we get back into Topeka, Kansas. Moving forward, one of the things we're heading towards is the clean cab concept. We're taking baby steps on it, but we wanted to get gear and EMS equipment out of the truck, so we took the windows out, we put EMS cabinets on both sides. They still are accessible from the inside as well, but we'll have all of our life packs and AEDs and everything inside there for when we go forward with ALS. We also went with being able to lock the truck inside and out, front to back, even the body. That way we can lock up medical supplies as well. In the back, we have seating for 3 crew. Pretty much the same concept. We run 3 on an engine, mostly with David Clark systems. We chose to go with the epoxy interior for easy cleaning as well. One item that we have run into is some of our streets at night get very dark, and safety with the crews going up and down. So we've chosen to go with back LED lit handlebars all the way throughout. On the engine compartment or the pump house compartment and on the body. We went with red on the cab and then white on the body, or red on the body, sorry. On this truck, we had a little bit of a design change from what we're used to. I'll show you here in a minute. We went with the New York hose load, but in order to do that, we had to move our backboard storage to the back, and that was the best place for us to hold it. We do have compartmentation underneath the walkways. That way we can put some hose hydrant equipment inside. We went with a Waterous 2000 GPM pump. We're used to 1500s and 1250s, but we chose to go to 2000s because we do have some high-rise and some industrial facilities starting to pop up in the Topeka area. So we decided to bump it up to 2000 GPM and be able to better supply our platforms. We went with the Pierce foam system on this. We have 750 gallons of water and 25 gallons of foam on board. Moving on down, we went with painted Amdor roll-up doors on this truck. 3 compartments with rear tool boards that we can mount all of our equipment. Our high-rise packs will end up going in this compartment. On the back side, like I said prior, we went with the New York hose load. One of the recommendations that the crews back home asked for was to keep our guys as close to the ground as possible. So with 750 gallons of water and our length and height restrictions, we went with the New York hose load. We still run a 200 foot of forestry line on our trucks to do our backyard campfires as well as decon. And we chose to go with the lightweight forestry hose versus the rubber hose for a little bit easier for the guys and gals to maneuver and handle. Moving on forward, pretty much the same setup on this side, minus a few more shelves, and then we had a swing out tool board with tool mounting on the back wall as well. On this side, we'll be able to put our water cans and fire extinguishers as well as 2 other SCBA bottles as well. More lighting. One other thing that we did when the truck is running at night, when we come with the dark streets, no street lights. When the truck's running, you got the turn signal on. Under the perimeter lighting comes on with the respective turn signal, so it'll light up the ground, whichever way you guys are going as well. Indoor, outdoor EMS. And then the officer side. So thanks for taking a look at our 2 new trucks, and we look forward to seeing what we can do with them. Thank you.